Good day. Today we'll be discussing about the various classes of nutrients. No? What are the significance? Ano ba talaga ang kahalagahan ng pag-aaral tungkol sa mga classes of nutrients in relation to our subject on the animal nutrition and feeding? Kasi sa paggawa ng mga patuka o pakain sa hayop, knowing the various nutrient or the classes of nutrient is very critical. Given that the prices right now of the supplemental feeds or the commercially available feeds in the market no, is keep on increasing. But the problem that we are facing is that na parang ayaw na ito bumalik. So, ibig sabihin na as it increases in prices, no, it continuously being done. Yung kung bakit that knowing these classes of nutrient and the possible sources of it, isang malaking tulong to para later on you can formulate your own supplemental feeds. Kasi mas makatipid kayo if what you're going to do is that you will be the one to formulate your own feeds. Kaya lang ang pag-formulate hindi siya problema, but the problem that we are facing in compounding supplemental feeds for our farm animals is that na tanggapin kaya ito ng hayop. Kakainin kaya ng hayop if the animal will ingest it or will eat it. Ano naman ang mangyari sa performances ng manok o mga hayop nyo dyan sa mga respective farm ninyo? Yung kung bakit that dapat malaman natin kung ano ba talaga ang mga klase ng mga sustansya na makikita po natin sa ating mga paligid. Kasi marami kasi yung nasa paligid natin na pwede magamit, kaya lang minsan, if you are going to account it, na minsan pag pinaprocess mo, baka sobrang mahal, or possibly you can find alternative means on how to have it be processed na kung saan mas magiging mura ang kahinatnan. Otherwise kasi pag hindi mo kasi mapagawa ng paraan, no, and then you will only be dependent on market as to your supplemental feeds. Ang mangyayari is that na if you're going to account the possible the production cost associated with supplemental feeds, it comprises for almost 65 to 75% of the total cost of production is associated with the supplemental feeds. Yung kung bakit that this courses is being offered para kahit paano later on if you'll be graduating from this, you'll graduate from this institution. At least alam mo kung anong gawin mo na kung saan makatulong ka hindi lang no, sa iyong sarili but even in the community where you are residing. So that is why that today we'll be discussing about the classes of nutrient. I know that hindi to matapos sa isang upuan lang and we'll be finding some other time to continue the discussion para to further enrich no, the learning process that you have. Actually, in the classification of nutrients, there are various classification of nutrients. You have what they call the carbohydrates. Now, carbohydrates is what they call you have carbohydrates, protein or protina, fats and lipids or what they call the oil o taba. We have also the vitamins, mga bibitamina na kailangan ng katawan. We have also what they call the minerals. Sa minerals naman, no, it can be either macro or micro minerals. At saka yung isa doon is, ang tawag pa natin doon is in terms of what they call the, for some other, the required about the fiber. No, fiber. No. Sa iba kasi ng mga literature, hindi nadala yung fiber. But for some other literature, they're including this fiber. Why I adapt those that include fiber kasi ang fiber kasi now there are some animals lalo na yung pag ang animals is considered to be mas mataas ang kailangan ruminant no like ruminant and even some modified stomach animals like the chicken no may mga fiber requirement kasi yan once na hindi ma-met yan magiging problema natin is that the productivity can be affected. And on the later part no, of the 19th century, no, they considered also water as part of nutrient. But we'll be discussing that on the, pag hindi natin ito matapos, we'll be finding some other time pa na siguro no, we can discuss more in detail on this nutrient. But for the meantime, no, we'll be focusing muna on terms of what they call the carbohydrates. So, ano ba ang carbohydrates? No, ang carbohydrates kasi, this is what they call the major component of plant tissues. So, ibig sabihin sa mga tanim kasi, ang carbohydrates yan ang pinaka-basic component niya. And usually, ang carbohydrates, it comprises about the 60 to 90% of the dry matter. Ibig sabihin, pag ibinilad mo ng araw, yung pag natuyo yan, almost mga 60 to 90% is the carbohydrates. And carbohydrates are considered to be the cheaper source of what they call that energy. Ang carbohydrates kasi is the most abundant type of feedstuff na makikita po natin sa paligid. And minsan, nandyan na yan sa paligid natin pa hindi pa natin bigyan ng pansin. That is why that we'll be discussing it because na marami kasi ito. No? Ito kasi kung tingnan natin kasi ang enerhiya kasi na sa hayop, no, kinakailangan niya yan para na ma-maintain yung activity niya on the daily basis. That is why that if you are going to have the animal be on range or on loss, no, ibig sabihin na nakagala yung hayop, no, the energy requirement yan is tumataas. Yung kung bakit na kailangan yung mga ginagamit mong patoka o pakain, dapat na halos, no, mataas-taas yung energy content niya. Otherwise kasi pag hindi naabot yung energy content na yan, magiging problema natin, baka yung reproductive performance will be affected. Kasi ang nangyari kasi is that na on the hierarchy of nutrient utilization, it is always that the first that nutrient is being used, no, in terms of the growth. Yung kung bakit na pag lumalaki yung hayop, ang iba ang nutrient requirement nila. But once they reaches, no, a certain level whereby the growth is already enough, ibig sabihin, maintenance na lang yan. So, pag maintenance na, so dapat meron siyang mga kinakailangan na level ng sustansya na matuka o makain niya sa isang araw para to maintain, no, the body requirement for nutrient. However, pag walang sobra yan, ang reproductive performance will be affected. Yung kung bakit na dapat mas masobra para at least, no, yung reproductive performance nila is magiging maganda. Kaya lang, ang problema natin if you're also raising animals on partly confinement, ang isa na tandaan natin is that na pag nasobrahan na din yung mga carbohydrates na yan, it used to store as part of what they call the fats. Yung kung bakit na nangyari for some other na kung saan gustong mabilis lumaki ang hayop and then yung fats niya tumaas o halos mabilis lumaki and then yung fat content niya medyo maganda yung pagka-develop, no? They're doing it in what they call the confinement. Para kung confinement sa the energy na supposedly to be used on the ranging behavior, no, mas to store doon sa kanyang katawan. Yung kung bakit that carbohydrates is very critical, no, and alam naman natin na ito yung pinaka-source natin ng medyo mura-mura, no. And usually, ang carbohydrates kasi on the chemical composition, it comprises of the carbon, hydrogen, and the oxygen. These are what I call the basic component chemical structure of the carbohydrates. No, pag nilagyan nyo yung N or nitrogen, magiging protina na yan. No? So, and then, ang pinakamarami kasi na source nito ay is what they call the carbohydrates. Ang carbohydrates ito, no, sustansya nito is what they call yung sugarcane juice or what they call yung molasses. Kaya yung molasses lang sobrang marami-rami kasi yan. No? We have also the blackstrap, rice bran, no? Ang sa molasses pala, no, sa molasses iba kasi ang molasses na doon on the yung talagang on commercial scale na production, unlike in the small scale na mas ma-dilute yung concentration niya, unlike in terms of the commercial na kung saan, no, ang dilution is medium makapakapal. No, we have also what they call the rice bran, or what they call the IPA. But ang maganda kasi na ginamit natin dito is what they call the tawag dito is the rice bran D1D1, yung Pino. No? Usually it came out from the processing of rice, lalo na yung milled rice, no, na kung saan no, yung balat niya kinukuha yan through what they call the rubber roll, at saka yan ang consider natin as what they call the rice bran D1D1. However, the rice bran coming from the kiskisan, or what they call the milling machine that is intended for a production of brown rice, no, hindi ganon kaganda ang kanyang darak. And we have also what they call the banana flour, no, cassava flour, corn bran, wheat bran, and the like. No? Sobrang dami niyan, but we'll be discussing that on the separate platform. So, yung kung bakit that ang carbohydrates, no, as what I mentioned, is that na isa sa mga pinaka malaking bahagi ng patokan natin yan. And the energy that will be driving out of it, no, is mura compared than the other form of nutrient na kung saan they also provide energy, but kaya lang may kamahalan. No, yung kung bakit that we are used to focus on this one. Aside from what I call so what I mentioned, if you want to read more on details, no, of what I'm discussing, no, kindly click on the link, no, ang may mga blue underline na yan. No, kindly click it for more information about the carbohydrates. Now, on the other hand, we have also what they call the protein. Protina kasi is very critical sa ating paghahayupan. Kaya lang ang mga source ng protina na to is of various classes. Kinakailangan to on the growth, no? Lalo na yung sa building block, no? Kasi yung protina kasi the crude protein, no? Yung kung bakit na sa kalimitan, if you'll be doing what they call the approximate analysis, what is being given to you is what they call the crude protein. Ibig sabihin ng crude protein, it is comprised of various amino acids. If you can still remember in your basic chemistry then, na kung saan basic chemistry and even in your organic chem, no, on your lower years, na kung saan yung protina kasi, no, that is made up of the amino acid. No? Ang tawag doon is what they call for some literatures, they divide it into two. You have what they call the essential amino acid and the non-essential amino acid. Ibig sabihin ng essential amino acid, no, they are compulsory requirement of the animals. They could not be synthesized inside the body of animals. Yung kung bakit na kailangan na talagang i-supply mo yan. However, for the non-essential amino acid, no, you can have it be synthesized out of the essential amino acid na na-provide mo sa katawan ng hayop. So, ibig sabihin na hindi mo na sa kailangan. And on the crude protein, this is made up of both the non-essential and essential amino acid. Kailangan kasi ang protina, no, because it is an important block of animal tissues. Ibig sabihin po ang animal tissues, pag lumaki ang katawan ng hayop, yan lang kailangan yan is what they call the protein. So, yung kung bakit that in some other commercially available supplemental feeds, ang ginagamit nila is what they call the digestible protein. Anong ibig sabihin ng digestible protein? Ang digestible protein, that is what they call the enhanced version of the protein. Kaya lang ang ginagamit nila is that those are what they call amino acid in nature. Na synthetic amino acid isolates. Ibig sabihin ng synthetic amino acid isolates, talagang pinapuro sa, no, at saka pre-prepared on the synthetic way. Unlike in the crude protein that you need an enzymes as known as what they call the protease, na para ma-disintegrate ang protein and it will come up with the various amino acids. Yan ang pinagkaiba ng digestible protein. Kaya lang kung tingnan natin, because it is digestible nature. For example, ano ba ang common available in the market na sabihin natin na digestible form of protein? If you can have what they call the methionine. No, kasi ang methionine is one of the very limiting amino acid, no, on the various feedstock. Lalo na pag plant-based. Kasi ang methionine, ang pinakamarami niyan is in terms of the animal protein, no? Doon yung marami ang methionine. Ang methionine kasi is very critical kasi hindi makapag-undergo, no? Because remember in your biology, no, na kung saan, no, the or the duplication of your DNA can only takes place, no, on the formation of what they call the zipper-like na mga chromosome, na kung saan ito naman ay made up of, ang pinakauna-una yan para maibukas yan, para makapaduplicate, is what they call the methionine. Yung kung bakit methionine is very critical for growth and even in terms of the repair and maintenance of the body tissues, and kahit in terms of the boosting of the immune system of the animals. Kaya lang, no, this can because of its limitation, no, ang sa market, no, you can purchase, no, the isolate of it, no, the amino acid isolates, no. Even what they call the other one is the lysine. Ang pinaka-rich kasi na source ng lysine is what they call the soya bean. No, kaya lang ang soya bean, there is what they call the presence of what they call the trypsin. Ang trypsin is the anti-nutritional compound present in the soya. Ang ibig sabihin, pag yung trypsin na yan, pag hindi yan ma-disintegrate, ang mangyayari is that the animal is keep on eating the soya, but it could not digest it. It could not digest it. So, ang mangyayari, no, that if this animal, no, yung kung bakit na ang isa sa pamaraanan how it will be utilized, lalo na pag you're using what they call the soya bean, no, is to use what they call the you're going to cook it, no, but hindi nyo naman pasobrahan na masunog yung soya grain, but it should soya bean, para at least yung compactness, yung tamang-tama lang yung pagkaluto niya, yan ang gamitin natin na pang halo doon sa patoka natin. Kaya lang ang pagkain sa hayop natin, kaya lang ang isa sa consideration ngayon is that the cost of what they call the soya bean, lalong sobrang mahal kasi ang full potted, no, when we say about the full potted soya bean, yung soya na buo, no, yung seed pa, hindi pa na process, umaabot yan, it ranges, it depends on the market, it ranges from 50 to 80 pesos per kilo. And what is being used in the production of feeds is what they call the soybean oil meal. This is the product of the extraction of oil in the soya. So, ibig sabihin, no, if you have the copra meal, ang copra meal kasi naman is, that is the byproduct of extracting the oil, no, cocoa oil, no, on the coconut meat. No, yan na product is what they call the copra meal, and that is likewise same, no, in terms of our soya. So yung kung bakit we are using what they call the soybean meal o soybean oil meal, no, the byproduct of the oil extraction. Kaya lang ang price niyan sa ngayon is nagre-range naman, no, from 25 to even 40 pesos per kilo. Mahal. No, yung kung bakit that if you can have na maka-source out ka, no, on the medyo mamura-mura, no, yung tawag dito is the tag 25 pesos, the better it will be. Kaya lang para mahirapan ka to source out with that kind, no, and even I think the quality by itself, no, baka hindi din maganda. So ang ginagawa niyan to replace na the lysine. Ang lysine kasi is needed to for the ang tawag namin dito is that na pag gusto mong paglaki ng katawan nandoon na yan, but in terms na gusto mo mas papaganda ang meat quality niya, no, you can use what they call the lysine, and there is what they call the specific requirement for the most of it. Yung kung bakit that instead of using the soya meal or what they call the soybean oil meal, na kasi sa kamahalan, what you're going to do is to use what they call the lysine. Mas mura kasi ang per kilo, and the requirement of it, na for example in the chicken or in the poultry or broiler or layers, ang kailangan mo lang is only maximum of 1.5 kilograms per 100 kilogram. So ibig sabihin mas mura-mura. And there are also some other, we have also what they call the tryptophan, no, arginine, and the other. No, for some other, they call that as what they call the essential amino acid needed for the stress, no, against the fight against stress, no, among the animals. So, those are what they call the digestible protein. Kaya lang, ang isa lang sa consideration is that if you're going to formulate feeds na kung saan yung patoka na yan is intended for organic animal production, no, dapat walang amino acid isolates. Yan ang pinaka-critical na kailangan. So, dapat walang amino acid isolates. Otherwise, na hindi may pasa yan sa organic. No? Why? Because amino acid isolates, no, ang pag-produce niyan, no, they're also using certain compound na it can also affect the health of the consumers. And the possible it can help, no, on the growth of the animals in the production. But ang problema natin pag nakapasok sa katawan yan ng hayop o di kaya sa produkto na galing sa hayop na pinapatoka o pinapakain yan, ang problema natin hindi sa doon ganun kabilis pailabas sa katawan to the form of what they call the solid waste or undigestible form. So that is why that yung protina, no, is very critical din sa pagpalaki ng katawan. And yung source natin, as I've mentioned, it can either be a plant-based or what they call the animal-based. Ang isa pa naman sa ginagamit is that even in the broilers, na yung kung bakit na minsan sobrang mabilis malaki ang lumaki ang mga broilers natin. Kasi noon ang broiler, inaabot yan ng hanggang 45 days na before it reaches what they call the marketable weight, no, of 1.2 kilograms. Kasi pag yung 1.2 kilograms na yan, if you are going to have it with dress, no, ang kalabasan yan is that is about a kilogram dress weight. Yan ang basihan nila. So, ibig sabihin that if you're going to raise broiler, ang purpose is for dress chicken, dapat ang karamihan, it should be about 1.2 kilogram para yung kalabasan ng karne is about 1 kilogram yung dress weight niya. However, na habang tumatagal, there are some claims also for ito kasi is yung banggaan between geneticist and animal nutritionist. Ang animal nutritionist sabi daw, no, because of nutrition being given to animals, and given naman sa sabi ng mga geneticists, sabi it is because of the purification of genes or selection process, whereby na ang manok with the years of studies on the genetics of it, no, napapuro nila o napili nila yung mga genes na kung saan na mapabilis niyang palaki, that it shorten the growing period, no, instead of 45 days nangyari a maximum of 28 days. So imagine the time na nakat. Kaya lang ang consideration naman doon is maraming may setback din yan, yung kung bakit that we'll be discussing that on the next episodes, no, of our topic, no. Ang nutrition kasi is also very critical. I know that the interaction between the genes and the environment is very critical. So, pag sabi natin environment kasi, ang connotation doon is what they call the production environment. So, ibig sabihin ng production environment, it is not only due, no, sa climatic condition, but even the production practices that we have, no, yung patoka natin, yung cultural management can also affect the growth of the animals. That is why that in broilers right now, no, halos yung kanilang housing is made up of what they call the tunnel vent. Ang tunnel vent na yan, ibig sabihin yung temperatura sa loob is kontrolado. Kontrolado in the sense that only temperature na kung saan, no, appropriate, no, for the faster growth or to facilitate the faster growth of the animals or the broilers na can be attained. So parang ganon. That is what they call the development in farm animal production. Parang sobrang bilis kasi ng panahon to the point that the research is being done now on the field of animal nutrition, sobrang dami, to the point that it triggers, no, the faster growth rate using what they call some of the compounds, synthetic compound that will trigger, no, faster growth rate. Kaya lang, no, ang setback or trade-off niyan, no, nandoon lang yan. But we'll be discussing that later on. So aside from, as I've mentioned, that aside from plant-based, we have also what they call the animal based, no? It can be mula sa hayop, no? Yung for example, yung mga karne ng mga baboy na na-condemn. Ibig sabihin on the slaughter kasi, no, may mga karne kasi that is not fit for human consumption. Ang ginagawa doon is kinokondemn yan. So pag na-condemn yan, but still it is not infected with highly contagious or highly infectious disease, lalo na pag zoonotic. Na ginagawa dyan is that na pinaprocess pa yan through what they call the extreme heat. Yung kung bakit that in the market, meron na binibenta na what they call the pork meal. Na kasi ang pinakamarami kasi na piling gawin is what they call the pork meal galing sa baboy. Yung kung bakit that if you know, this is what they call a brand of feeds na kung saan pamilya to sa inyo. No, especially if you're going to purchase their broiler starter and broiler finisher. No, halos yung kanyang isa sa mga makikita nyo sa feed tag niya. Kung ibig sabihin ng feed tag, yung nakalagay doon mismo sa bunga nga na sako na nakatahi kasama sa tahi o kaya nasa napaloob sa loob, yung composition ng feeds, ano ba talaga ang mga kabahagi ng patuka na yan, yung component niya na nakahalo. So isa doon sa mga ginagamit nila is what they call the pork meal, kasi pag yung baboy kasi sobrang dami ng populasyon na yan ang ginagamit through intense heat na ginagawa siyang tawag dito yung pork meal. Minsan yung cost ng pork meal mas mura pa compared than the full fatted soya. So ang pork meal is masusos out natin yan, but you can pound it, no, sa mga malaking poultry supply o di kaya talagang sa mga supplier ng feedstock, no, and usually can be found here in the city na kung saan sila susupply. And the other one is what they call the use of what they call the piecemeal. No, ang piecemeal naman, usually these are what they call the meron kasi na imported one, kaya lang medyo may kamahalan ng konti. But there are some species of this piecemeal na umaabot yan hanggang 60 pesos per kilo. Medyo may kamahalan, no, because it is being processed and imported, yung kung bakit na medyo mahal. But you can also utilize our own local piecemeal, kaya lang yung quality niya is hindi ganon ka-sophisticated with the imported one. But ang kagandahan ng kasi nandito lang yan local, so ibig sabihin palaging fresh, no? Unlike in the imported one na siguro medyo may katagalan na yan. And yan ang isa sa consideration natin. So those are what they call the source of protein na kung saan na on the animal and marine animal, no, the yung mga isda, no, na ginagamit as part of it, no. Actually, the piecemeal can be sourced out even in the wet market, no. Kaya lang yung mga tingnan nyo lang kung magkano yung bentahan nila, but if you are planning to formulate your own, make sure na you can have it directly from the source para mas makamura kayo. Otherwise kasi pag yung binibenta na o yung retail na, baka may medyo kamahalan na. And if you are going to use it, the inclusion level of this isda, no, lalo na pag sa manok, dapat na in the poultry, it should not be more than 5%. Kasi pag more than 5%, lalo na pag hindi nalisan ng asin yan, that case also can also affect the performances of the chicken. But in the swine, you can have even at 10%, maximum 10%. It depends on the price and yung compounding technique nyo later on, para malaman nyo. Basta you have what they call the maximum inclusion level of it. As I mentioned kanina, yung sa plant origin naman, ang pinaka maraming source niyan is leguminous crops, gaya ng sabi natin kanina, is what they call the soybean oil meal or the full-fatted soya, na kung saan mabibili din sa market. Kung wala kayong pagkunan ng soya, you can have also what they called our beans, the mung bean, and the other type of beans, no, cowpea, no. Kaya lang problema natin yung kamahalan ng cost. But if you're going to use it, na preferably, no, have it be done na kung saan, no, mailuto nyo muna bago nyo gamitin. So, one way on how you can cook it, have it be roasted, but not in the sense na masobrahan na parang sunog na yung consistency na dapat katamtaman lang. If you are going to have it in the organic, no, kasi sa organic kasi, ang use of what they call the animal origin na mga feedstuff na parang hindi sa pinagbawal sa, no. Yung ko bakit na medyo hindi natin magamit yung animal origin, but if you are only raising na kung saan na it is not intended for organic na production, walang problema. Kaya lang ang isa lang sa consideration natin na preferably if you're going to use this pork meal, do not use it for the formulation of feeds, no, para din sa mga baboy nyo. Except otherwise, if you're going to have it be prepared na kung saan maluto nyo, kasi ang possibly na mangyari if there are some elements na kung saan hindi yung mikrobyo na siguro na mamatay dyan, no, because of kasi if they're processing it into pork meal, may mga bahagi kasi na hindi na ma-penetrate ng init to the point that the microbes, no, can also affect, no, the growth performance of the chicken or the pig pala. Yung kung bakit that if you'll be using on the pig, you can use what they call the chicken meal na or what they call the chicken opals, no, base para hindi yung sakit niya makatransfer, because iba naman kasi yung sakit ng manok compare natin sa baboy. Except if the element, for example, is zoonotic in nature. Ibig sabihin, pag sinabi natin zoonotic na sakit, no, that is capable of transmitting from one animal into another, even in human, no, interspecies kasi ang mode of transmission ng zoonotic disease. Yun. No. Sa ang protina, as I mentioned, that kailangan kasi ng hayop yan as part of their building block. If ever na yung quantity or the volume requirement or the amount required by the animal for growth hindi niya maabot, magiging problema natin, baka mag-stunted growth yan. Yung kung bakit that the protein. Kaya lang ang consideration natin palagi is that na later on we'll be discussing also on how to compound it para at least malaman nyo kung paano kayo gumawa ng patuka o pakain ng hayop nalagang kanitamtaman o kinakailangan ng hayop na kung saan to have it, no, to attain its growth and reproductive potential, no, on the process. Kasi as I mentioned kanina that yung mga pakain o patuka sa hayop, hindi yan mahirap i-formulate. Ang problema mo lang pag na-formulate mo na ano kaya ang kinatnan sa hayop. Aside from the protein, the carbohydrates and protein, no, we down to what they call the fats. For some other, they call it as fats, oil, and or lipids. Under what they call dito. Basta taba. Ang taba kasi kailangan. Pag masubrahan naman kasi hindi naman maganda, but talagang kailangan yan even for the growth and performance, even in terms of the meat quality, na kasi iba kasi ang lasa ng karne na may naka-intermingled na fats o taba, no? Kagandahan lang sa baboy kasi if you have what they call the problem with the heart, sa heart nyo na kung saan maybe you have what they call the hypertension or other elements associated with the blood flow, no? Sa baboy kasi baka pwede ma-separate yung karne sa taba. But for cattle, mahirapan ka ma-separate because it is intermingled. Even for chicken, ang masarap kasi na taba is doon naka-intermingled na among the muscle strand. Kaya lang, no, pag ang quality ng taba na yan hindi maganda, baka madulot din ng sakit. But in the process, no, kailangan talaga ang taba. One of the essential nutrient diet and must be balanced in the ration to ensure what they call the optimum performance. Naalala ko kasi we are still formulating what they call the CPU feeds. Pag masobrahan din hindi maganda, pag nakulangan hindi din maganda, yung kung bakit that you need to balance it in the ration. It is what they call the ito kasi ang may pinakamataas na source ng energy. Kanina, ang carbohydrates is the cheaper source of energy. Sa ngayon, ang fats, lipid, and oil ito naman ang provide ng sobrang taas ng energy. Yung kung bakit na kailangan mo is kaunti lang. And this is needed in terms of the enhancement or improving the milk secretion among mammalians and egg laying among the poultry and conditioners. Ibig sabihin yung kung bakit that if you're kasi if you're using what they call the crude coconut oil. Kasi ang pinaka marami dito sa atin na pinili mapagkukunan ng patsin oil is the either copra meal. Ang copra meal kasi that is the product of the extraction of oil on the cocoa meat. So byproduct lang yan. So you can have it be purchased in the yung sa mga oil refinery. Meron sila diyan. Mas mabango kasi yan pag bago. Ang problema nyo pag luma, hindi ganun kabango to the point that the quality of feeds also is affected. Pero in the absence, now you can use what they call the crude coconut oil. Ang crude coconut oil, yung piniga na oil or mantika sa cocoa meat na hindi pa nakapagdaan sa proseso ng refinery. Ibig sabihin yung bagong biga pa lang. Kasi yung mga oil na mabili nyo sa market, yung cocoa oil na yan, it undergo the various process of refining it into that form na may binta sa market. So yung pinakauna, yun ang kunin. And the maximum inclusion level for it, lalo na pag medyo maginaw yung panahon, is 1.7. But 1.7 kilogram for every 100 kilograms. But if yung panahon medyo mainit, ibaba mo na doon sa 1 kilogram per tawag dito per kilogram per 100 kilogram. Kaya lang may mga stages ng paglaki ng hayop na siguro hindi mo kailangan na maglagay ng oil kasi pag meron also kahit na yung ibang feedstuff na yan, may mga oil yan or fats yan, kaya lang kaunti-kaunti lang. So, dinadagdag mo lang yung oil coming from the crude coconut oil para pangdagdag mo para ma-meet yung requirement. However, on the younger stage ng hayop, lalo na pag mga sisiyo o di kaya mga biik pa lang o di kaya mga baby stage or the infancy stage, na hindi mo naman kasi kailangan doon yung sobrang taas ng fats. Possibly the available fat content on the feedstuff that you're using, that is enough na. And that is what we observe on what we are doing here at Central Philippine University. Yan kasi ang mga eksperyensya na nagpapatunay. Kaya nga dapat na before you use it, try to consult bios literature, and particularly even not only literature but even to those. Kaya lang kung magpunta kayo doon sa feed mill at saka matanong-tanong tungkol dyan in terms of that as what I mentioned, baka hindi kayo bigyan because that is the trade secret of the feed millers. So you can visit us here at the CPU feed mill para at least you can have the idea, para at least you can formulate your own feeds later on. So as I've mentioned is that we have also what they call the crude coconut oil, copra meal coconut oil, and even what they call the vegetable oil. Isa pa yan. Kaya lang ang vegetable oil natin na cholesterol free, yung kung bakit na depende kasi sa magamit yan. And we have also the lard. Ang lard kasi that is ataba coming from the pig. And commonly the lard it is being used in the making of bread. Kaya lang yung per kilo niyan. Baka mas mura ang lard compare natin sa sa tawag dito yung crude coconut oil. It depends on the source. Kasi pag yung source nyo kasi nandun kayo mismo sa may I think the price that we purchased then yung crude coconut oil, so maabot hanggang 65 pesos ata per kilo yan. Ang lard naman, that is only 50 pesos per kilo. Kaya lang if you are doing partly organic feed production, yung lard is not allowed because that is an animal origin. Ganon ang mga restriction kasi yan in the feed formulation. and possibly other refinery products. No? Sa manok kasi, the inclusion level of it and the poultry, it may varies. No? But usually the range of it, no, on the various species of animals, it ranges from 1 to 6%, depending on the species of farm animals. But on chicken, no, on poultry, ang maximum niyan is 1.7 kilogram per 100 kilogram. Possibly on the part of the pig, no, and other larger species of farm animals, no, possibly you can have the maximum of even 6%. But ang problema kasi in the chicken or the poultry, pag nasobrahan ka doon, lalo na pag sisiyo, sa sisiyo kasi hindi binibigyan yan only on the grow out. No? If you're using what they call the copra meal, there's no need for you to have it use what they call the coconut oil. Now, for the oil, no, doon sa 1 to 1.7. So, sa mga inahin na ginagamit natin na 1 kilogram per 100 kilogram, that is the cocoa oil. Kasi pag may cocoa oil kasi, ang dustiness ng patoka, mabawasan yan kasi it used to imbibe, no, ang mga dust doon. But if you're using the copra meal naman, no, you can have it be given among the grower and the breeder. No, the inclusion level of the copra meal, you can have it even up to 6%. But proseso kasi panasobrahan yan, nagtatae yan. The problem in terms of the wheat excreta, and sticky excreta, nandoon yan. So, baka makasama naman sa kalusugan ng mga hayop po ninyo. So, despite that, usually, ang crude coconut oil o di kaya yung vegetable oil or fats, usually given on the animal, no, sa latter part of the growth, not on the early part of the growth or the infancy growth, kasi nakakasama din yan. Ang isa pa naman sa mga kinakailangan natin is what we call the vitamins. Alam nyo, ang vitamins, the various sources of vitamins. And ang mga marami kasi na kinakailangan natin among the nutrient sa paggawa ng patoka, tandaan natin ha, you have what they call the carbohydrates in terms of composition. Ng carbohydrates, ang protina, ang fats kaunti lang, and ang vitamins mas kaunti pa. Kaya lang, no, these are what they call the micro ingredients. No, the micro ingredients like the vitamins and minerals, no, is very critical. Bakit? Its availability on the various feedstuff na sa protina, kaya nakangina sa mga mais o di kaya sa mga soya o di kaya sa mga pork meal, hindi sa ganun kakomplito to the point that you need to add what they call the supplementation. At a very minute deficiency, the performance of animal will be affected. Yung kung bakit that the vitamins and minerals na is very critical on the growth. For some, they're using what they call the concoction. If you heard about the fermented fruit juice, the FFG, they're using it, no, as part of concoction. Concoctions pala na kung saan, no, ang mga juices of plants, no, can also serve as the source of minerals. And even yung tawag dito yung fermented fruit juice, ang sa fruit naman, na kung saan, no, they can also mix it. Kaya lang problema natin, wag nyo masyadong damihan. It depends kasi sa mga hayop kasi. May mga hayop kasi na kung saan they are particular in terms of color, and also some animal particular in terms of the odor. Sa manok kasi, if you're giving a poultry, if you're giving them with dark feeds, hindi ganun ka palatable sa kanila. But in terms of the pig naman, basta mabango yung patunga, basta makapakain, basta may mga amoy-amoy yan, no, regardless of the color, walang problema, kinakain yan. But for chicken, they're very particular on it. Yung kung bakit na it should be considered. Now, the vitamins by itself, may dalawa kasing classification of vitamins. No? We have what they call the water-soluble, and the other one is what they call the fat-soluble vitamins. So, kahit na sabihin natin paunti-unti lang requirement, but those are what they call the critical. Kailangan kasi ito ang vitamina no, it may vary depending on the stages of the animal. Yung kung bakit that iba ang kailangan ng sisiw i-compare natin doon sa patabaing manok na aging already about for about kung sa broiler kasi yan aabot yan on the 48 and the 48 and the 50th day. No, iba naman requirement yan. For some other animals, iba ang requirement, no, on the various stages. Now, on the infancy, iba. On the starter age, grower age, and even in terms of the breeding age. Yung kung bakit that if you can access some literature dealing in terms of the nutritional requirement of the farm animals. Ang isa kasi sa mga popular na mapagkunan nyo ng impormasyon is the National Research Council, NRC. Paki-click lang dyan, hanap-hanap yan sa online nyo para makita nyo. No, you can access the older version na walang bayad except po some other na medyo ang bago kasi it needs what they call subscription or payment for it. But the old one, no, can be used na. Or maybe possibly you can also search on the Google Scholar and other sources na kung saan dealing in terms of the nutritional requirement of the various species and ages of the farm animal para at least you have the idea na kung anong gawin nyo. Ang nakikita nyo sa market that is what they call the vitamin and mineral premix. That is a general composition. Ibig sabihin pang general yan. No, unlike if it will be customized talaga. No, na kung saan it may have the opportunity na kung saan ma-maximize mo ang gamit. Kaya tandaan natin however na pag nasubrahan din, no, it will also trigger what they call the sakit, no, on the animals pag nasubrahan because of what they call the toxicity. No, yung kung bakit that in its limited amount, no, it may triggers what they call elements, but in excesses naman, no, it may triggers what they call the toxicity. Yung kung bakit that very critical kasi sobrang liit niya, no, sobrang liit na pagkatapos, no, pag nasobrahan nakalalason din, pag nakulang sakit din. Kaya kahit immune system, the capacity of the animal to resist against infection, no, halos affected din. Yung kung bakit na ganyan talaga ka-critical. But we'll be discussing that on detail later on these vitamins and minerals and even the fiber and water now on the next episode, no, of our presentation, no, para at least we can give you more information on this part kasi ito kasi kailangan natin as a part of the summary or the review. What we already discussed in terms of the carbohydrates, no, ito yung pinakamaraming component na patoka natin. And this is what they call the cheaper source of energy. No, yung pinakamarami naman na source ng energy is what they call the fats, oil, or what they call the lipids. Kaya lang ang price niya sobrang mahal naman. No, bakit mahal? If I'm going to compare the price per kilo of the for example, yung pinakamura is the copra meal. Yung price per kilo ng carbohydrates mo, no, mais mo, is maximum of about 20 pesos. Yung copra meal naman, umaabot hanggang 35 to 40 pesos per kilo. Yung bakit na mas mura. But if you're going to account, iba namang usapan. Later on, we'll be discussing about the economics of compounding the feeds. So, maraming sources tayo ng patoka ng carbohydrates, but remember always the inclusion level. Ang bawat isa is merong inclusion level at various stages of growth. Yung kung bakit that pag for example yung sisiw para sobrahan mo naman ng carbohydrates, no, hindi din maganda niyan. For example, if you're giving them with the molasses, ay naku, maawa kayo. Tandaan nyo that manok is very critical in terms of color, but giving molasses to large ruminant kasi ang molasses kasi aside from the provision of energy, it also used to mask the bitter taste of the feedstock. So sa mga baboy okay lang, but for chicken, the dark color is not good, no, for the animals. We have also the protein. Ang protein natin, we have what they call the plant-based, no. We have also what they call the animal-based and even what they call the marine no based na marine animal based no feedstock no na source ng protein. Ang pinakamataas na component na pinaka-source ng protina natin mataas because ang protina is kailangan in terms of the building block of our body. Na ang pinakamarami na pagkainin pagkunan is what they call the for the plant-based it's soya or what they call the leguminous crops or grains. But for animals, you can have what they call the pork meal. No, kasi ang pork meal kasi there are also some chicken offals being processed as source of protein. No, that is animal based. Kaya lang tandaan natin that chicken offals, yung mga laman loob na yan, na preferably kung ang gamitan natin is manok, preferably use the pork. And if you're using it as part of the pig diet, you can use what they call the chicken offals. Kaya lang tandaan natin that under organic, the use of animal-based protein is highly prohibited. And for some other animals, they're using also what they call the skim milk as a source also of what they call the protein. Yung kung bakit that for the younger animals, po sa mga biik mo dyan, yung ginabigay na hog creep feeds na yan, that is, or booster feeds, largely that is made up of what they call the skim milk. The skim milk came from the process, that is auto-processing of the cow's milk. Kaya lang medyo may kamahalan yung bakit yung mga booster feeds para sa mga biik, no, medyo mahal-mahal yung presyo because it is largely comprised of what they call the skim milk. We have also the patch, sabi natin hangina, no, you can have also the animal-based and the plant-based. No, ang plant-based natin, you can use what they call the copra meal, no, coconut oil, or what they call the vegetable oil. But for the animal-based, no, you can use what they call the lard. No, yung lard naman kasi that is the oil came from the pig, and that is commonly used no in the baking. And the inclusion level for the fats, no, it should be within 1 to 6% only, depending on the species and the species of animal and the age no, of such animals. Kasi the various ages, no, various requirement also. And we partly discussed no, about the vitamins and the minerals that is being required no, and smaller quantity, but in the deficiency can cause ailment, but in extra or excess part, no, it can also cause toxicity. So we'll be discussing more on the vitamins and minerals on the next episode no, of this presentation. Good day, God bless, and keep safe sa lahat-lahat.